Hi everyone, I'm Rita Lavon and welcome to my channel at Lil Bill Share. In today's video, I am going to do a heart to heart. I love doing these videos. I love all my videos, but heart to hearts for me are something, it's just really near and dear to my heart because I'm sharing things with you all that I truly believe in, that I know is true, that I know works because I've seen it for myself, because I've experienced it for myself, and this message needs to go out into the world. Like, we need to share this with people. So today's video is going to be about courting. Courting. So for those who may not know what it means, I'm going to read the description of it, and also just to make sure that we are all on the same page, okay? So courting means to be involved romantically, typically with the intention of marrying. It's interesting how the definition of it involved romantically, because when I think of courting, I don't think of people having sex. When I say courting, I mean getting to know someone, and getting to know someone without having sex, getting to know someone for who they are, for who they are becoming. And I think that's really important. I feel like in our society, it is pushed on people to have sex too soon. Everything is very sexualized. I mean, it is all about the touch and the feel. I feel like there's so many negative things put out there as far as what the whole process of getting to know someone should really include. And I just kind of wanted to put in my opinion of it. And my opinion of it is, I think that if we could learn to court, to get to know people, to take things slow, then maybe we could build better communities, better people, better situations involving our life as a whole. Because as a black person, I have to speak to my community, the black community. And what I see in my community is a lot of single but together, a lot of we live together because it's cheaper, a lot of single mothers, a lot of situationships that are just so unhealthy. And I would love for my community to get to a place where we start to get to know each other, to take it slow, to actually know things about each other before we're just getting in the bed with each other, before we create children, before we're going through all of this trauma that we sit back and laugh about, when we really should be going to therapy about it, when we really should be figuring out who we are as a person before we're bringing another person into this world that we have to take care of. Because I have so many beliefs around this whole thing that we call relationships. A few years ago, Beyonce had a song called Flawless, and she had a snippet from a TED Talk that I'm going to try to pronounce it as best as I can. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I believe I said that right. She had a TED Talk called We Should All Be Feminists. And I want to read to you the words that were a part of it, and it also was a part of the Beyonce song Flawless. All right, so the lyrics go as such. We teach girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller. We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much. You should aim to be successful, but not too successful. Otherwise, you will threaten the man. Because I am female, I am expected to aspire to marriage. I am expected to make my life choices, always keeping in mind that marriage is the most important. Now, marriage can be a source of joy and love and mutual support. But why do we teach girls to aspire to marriage and we don't teach boys the same? We raise girls to see themselves as competitors, not for jobs or accomplishments, which I think can be a good thing, but for the attention of men. We teach girls that they cannot be sexual beings in the way that boys are. Feminists. the person who believes in the social, political, and economic equality of all sexes. I wanted to read that to you all because it speaks to what we think girls should be and what boys can't be. It's as if we think that girls should do everything regarding marriage and boys shouldn't. And that's part of the problem, because it's as if as women we should just be, oh, marriage, marriage, marriage. And for a man, it should be, let me play as long as I want to. And then once I get to the point where I'm ready to marry, I do. And the problem with that is, by the time that man gets to the point that he wants to get married, he has now ran through all of these women, caused them trauma, hurt their feelings. They have this scorned sense of self because they may, not necessarily hate men, but they just have a disdain for certain ones because of all of this trauma they've been through. And all of that comes from the dating, or shall I say lack thereof, because those people weren't courting with the intention of marriage. They were just messing around. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you go through what a lot of people go through with the typical, I'm going to date all these people and sleep with all these people and do all these negative things that can lead to such negative feelings and years of hurt, versus when you actually court someone and you do it with purpose and with intention to lead to marriage. Now, of course, it may not work out, but see, that's the good thing about it. So you've gotten to know them, you've decided that this is just not the person for me, and you've moved on. But when you move on, you're not moving on with all of this hurt. You're not moving on with this soul tie of having sex with this person. You're not moving on after you've lived with them for no reason other than it's cheaper to live together. And that's the beauty of courting, because you're doing it in order. And that order comes from God. And when you do something from God, He wants you to do it in His order because He knows what's best. So I say all that to say that if you are in the process of dating someone, or you're trying to, find some type of relationship or whatever, you want some type of companionship, try courting. Or if you don't want to call it that, just try actually getting to know someone without having to do the sex portion yet, without actually, living with someone, because you need to have an identity before you start moving in with someone. You need to have your own. One of the best things that you can do in life before you become a married person is to have your own identity. You need to know what you like, what you don't like, what, your hobbies and interests are outside of another person. And far too often we start moving in together, we start having sex because that's just what a vast majority of people do. But look at those vast majority of people and ask yourself, is that the type of life that you want to live? Now, this topic, I could go on and on and on because I love talking about stuff like this, as I said. But I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, I am Rita Lavon, and this is my channel at Love Build Share. And while you are here and before you go, please make sure that you like, you subscribe, you comment, and you share with everyone you know so I can get this message out into the world. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. I am under the same name. I have all of my links in the description below. And if you don't know what the description below is, under every video, if you click the word more, a box will show up and there will be links there to my Facebook, to my Instagram. I also have links to other videos, and you should be seeing it on your screen now, the link to my newest video that you can watch as well. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.